welcome to Black and Gold Today. I'm Rachel Whittaker. All the Saints are more than 800 miles from their Metairie practice facility, now in West Virginia. They put the jerseys on Friday, so joining us from the Mountain State is columnist Larry Holder. Larry, you see a lot of Saints spirit up there?
Yes, it's funny. Yesterday there was literally a parade down the main street. Well, we call it a parade. There were the buses, and then Tom Benson was in a truck, a little SUV from behind, waving to spectators on the streets. And the mayor of the city of White Sulphur Springs actually said, look, this is a better turnout than we got for the mayor's race, for voting. So, yeah, it was definitely a cool little scene. Coming up Main Street on the way to the Greenbrier. And I could tell you, having been to the facility, plenty of seats, the facility, the fields, it's really first class so far. So I'm curious to see how everything pans out when they get to practice on Friday. And, of course, later on Thursday afternoon, we're going to hear from Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis as reporting day. They're doing conditioning tests right now as we speak. And we will see who is ready to go and not ready to go for training camp, the start of practice on Friday.
Right, and Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton, of course, made a lot of moves this offseason, huge. And you wrote this week that the Saints have that Super Bowl type talent, but we all know that talent on paper isn't always enough, right?
Exactly, and there's no question in my mind, and you talk to any real NFL pundit, national guy, they will say the same thing. The Saints roster is in really good shape, and you look at all the holes that they filled. The Saints, they needed an explosive receiver, so they went and got Brandon Cooks. They brought in a Champ Bailey. They brought in Jarris Byrd, who could really be a difference maker if he's fully healthy, and the Saints anticipate him being fully healthy come start of training camp and into the season. So there's no question that this roster, to me, is their best we've seen, I could say, within their entire history. Just because you have Pro Bowlers on offense, Pro Bowlers on defense, both sides of the football can really change a game. And it's going to be something to watch throughout the season, because you look at the NFC, and there are really no slouches in the NFC as far as the top-tier teams. You look at Seattle, you look at San Francisco, you look at Green Bay. All of those teams will be considered Super Bowl contenders coming out of the NFC, and the Saints, of course, will be one of them as well. So it's one thing to have a really good roster and a really good look going into the season, but as I wrote a couple days ago, not the best team always wins the Super Bowl. I referenced back to 2011 when the Saints, they were the best team going into the playoffs, and they lost in San Francisco, and the Giants ended up winning the Super Bowl. No one saw that coming. So, on paper, they look fantastic going into the season, but there's a little thing called training camp and preseason and regular season and postseason that all these teams have to get through. So they look great so far on paper, but we'll really start to get a sense of how they're going to start performing on the field when practice opens Friday morning at the Greenbrier.
Right, nice and bright and early. Y'all have a great setup there. Looks like great weather that the Saints will get to enjoy. So, Larry, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Rachel.
And we'll be back Friday with a look at day one at Saints camp. Practice starts at 7:40 Central. Nice and bright and early. Well, have a great day.